What's up, everyone? Today I made $7,000 live day trading, and here's a trade recap video where I break it down step by step. I'll start with the P&L for the month. It's December 1st, new week, new month, and today is a great example of why it's very important to execute at the beginning of your month to start it off, on a win. You can see here everything is verified by the broker. We are up $7,000 so far for the week. I have 15 accounts, so one trade per account is 15 trades total. You can see here all of the trades we're taking at the same time on YM futures. And I'm going to be breaking down every trade and posting it on YouTube for the entire month of December, so you can see exactly how my system works and how I'm profitable because of it. Now let's go ahead and start with the actual trade. I went ahead and closed at a 1 to 1.5 today. So 75 points for me. I was trailing my stops and I got taken out here in profits. So great day, W day. I like to start my Mondays targeting at least a 1 to 1.5 to 1 to 2, and then preserve the capital as the volume dies out throughout the week. So you can see here I entered a buy stop on London high. We had a breakout here in the morning session and it was then reversed later, so we closed pretty much at the perfect time. Market started reversing, got a little choppy here, and then started dumping some more. So let me go ahead and delete everything to show you my entire thought process step by step, exactly what I saw this morning. Okay, we'll put bar replay. Let's go ahead and start on the 920 candle. Perfect. So I usually jump in, I'll start watching the market already in pre-market, seeing what it's doing, but I won't actually, start breaking down my entry or start making my setup until like 920, right? To see what kind of setup is going to possibly play out for the open. We don't want to try to predict it. You got to react, right? So first thing I did, I actually hopped on the 1 hour time frame. You can see here that we're pretty much bullish on the hourly time frame. So I went ahead and drew a trend line right here. All right, and then I jumped into the 5-minute time frame, and I noticed that on the 5-minute, we're actually retesting that trend line, and we're actually bearish on the 5-minute. So we have bearish structure going on here ever since previous New York highs. So I'll go ahead and now mark my session highs just so everything's organized and labeled. We have London high here. London lows. Asia lows around the same area. And then we had previous day New York as well. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I didn't save. Okay. So first thing I noticed is on this support level, it's pretty much been the session low for the past few days because of the holiday, right? So it's going to be low volume, and that's pretty expected. But that tells me that sells are pretty strong here. And if we did break this, price should be, moving pretty strongly to the downside. So I was willing to give sells an opportunity here, which is breaking, London lows, Asia lows, previous days as well. So very key level. Now I'll go ahead and put my sell stop right here on the 930 candle. So I'm very big on waiting exactly for 930 to enter my buy stop or my sell stops, because I don't like being in the market anytime before 930. I don't care if it's a few seconds, if it's 929, it doesn't matter. I don't like to be in it, and I'll show you exactly why. Because I've seen plenty of times where it looks like a certain move is playing out at 929 just for the clock to strike 930, and it completely turns around the other way in an instant, right? Just that that New York Open volume sometimes just completely takes price the other way. So I don't like to be in any trades at that time. So I would wait. I was going to wait until 9:30, even though, look, it looks like it is, pretty much breaking these lows here. It's breaking all of these lows, retesting these lows. So if we take out London, Asia, we could possibly take out this zone as well, which is highs on the 1 hours. So these lines here that I've already had them there for a few days now, because that's my highs and lows on the 1 hour time frame. So I'll have those marked out already. And my buy stop was here. So I was going to give buys an opportunity once we break London high, and that's going along with the overall the overall bullish trend on the hourly time frame, right? Even though we're bearish on the 5-minute, overall on the higher time frame, we're bullish. So I'm mostly bullish for the day. That being said, I went ahead and let's see, 9:30. Okay, let's go ahead and click play. Now you can see here exactly what I meant for 9:30 open. Look at the 9:29 candle. It looked like it was making the move to the downside, even wicked out here, and then completely turned around as soon as the 9:30 candle opened. So right here would have been wicked out in an instant, would have been terrible. So I'm so glad that I always like to wait. Even though sometimes I might miss the move, because the move can start, a little bit early, a few minutes early, maybe 9:28, 9:29. I rather miss those days than potentially get faked out like this. So let's go ahead and continue the trade. So once I saw that we rejected here, I was pretty confident in the buys. I moved my stops around here to 75 points, which is a 1 and 1.5 for me. Got taken out there. Ended the day with $7,000. Great way to end Monday. Great way to start the week. Great way to start the month. So I'm pretty happy with that. And if you want to see exactly how I trade every day live, you could join my Discord. The description's in my bio. And if you want to use the trade copier I use, which is TradeSyncer, there's also a link there. So like I said earlier, I'm going to be posting every day all the trades I take. I take one trade a day, win or lose. Doesn't matter what it is, break even, it hits your stops, or close too early, whatever. I'll be done for the day, and I'll come back very next day and just do it all over again. So I'm going to show you exactly how my system works in this journey, and I'll show you every trade I take along the way. And thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Later.